statement that is coming from Donald Trump as far as the Strait of Hormuz is concerned. He has given a warning to Iran as well that if they lay the mines there, then they will be dealt with consequences. Let me take you through what he has posted on social media. He said, and I quote, "If Iran has put any mines in the Strait of Hormuz, we have no reports of them doing so. They will be removed immediately. If they have any reason mines were placed and they were not removed, forthwith the military consequences to Iran will be at a level never seen before. If, on the other hand, they remove what may have been placed, it will be a giant step in the right direction. Additionally, we are using the same tech and missile capabilities deployed against the drug trafficker to permanently eliminate any boat or ship attempting to mine the Strait of Hormuz. They will be dealt with quickly and violently. Beware." And this is in fact a threat that has been given by Donald Trump to Iran, and also drawing a comparison with the drug trafficking as well, saying that they are using the same technology and the missile capabilities deployed against a drug trafficker to permanently eliminate any boat or shipment attempting to mine the Strait of Hormuz. And in fact, just a while back, we're learning that he put out another post on social media in which he went on to say that military had carried out the strikes within the past few hours. I'm pleased to report that within the last few hours, we have hit and completely destroyed the 10 inactive mine-laying boats or ships, with more to follow in the next few hours as well. So that's a threat that has been given by Donald Trump. Srinjoy, coming to you once again, do take us through the claim that has been made by the US that mines have been laid in the Strait of Hormuz. Now, that is one waterway through which a lot of ships also pass, a ship carrying crude oil that also come to India as well, that have been laid in the last few days. Only few have been able to cross that area, even though US President Donald Trump has time and again said that he would be giving insurance to the ships, he would be helping ships to cross that area, would be taking them forward. Those are some of the statements that he had made, but we can see that the tension grows in that specific waterway now.
You yourself said that only about 40 ships have crossed the Straits of Hormuz in these last 12 days. That's like 4 ships a day, 5 ships a day. That's not many. 5 in a whole day, which is through the Straits of Hormuz, once one of the busiest channels on earth. Now, this already means that regardless of whether it has been mined or not, whether there will be shore-based batteries attacking the tankers, whether there will be anti-ship missiles, whether there will be other forms of attack like drones, even then, there are only 40, 45 ships. Now, this is despite President Trump saying that we will provide escorts, we will provide the insurance and so on, because people are very hesitant to send their ships, and people on the ships are also very hesitant to go that side. So that's really the whole point. People don't want to take that risk. And if that is so, then all this talk about demining doesn't really matter. Yes, it's good that there are no mines. It's fine. And but what about other risks? That's something people are still worried about. So if they are worried about that, then just demining, while it's a step forward, is not the entire solution. It's not the complete solution.
Absolutely, because Iran is using that as one of the pressure points as far as the war is concerned. We're learning that IRGC recently had also said that they will be targeting the ships that will be passing through that area. So it remains to be seen how this pans out in the coming days. Stay on with us, Srinjoy. We have another breaking update coming in. We are getting you the statement of the White House press secretary. She has said that President Donald Trump has committed to keep the oil flowing through Strait of Hormuz so that United States and all the allies can receive their energy needs. That includes India as well. Listen in to what she said.
President Trump reiterated his commitment toward keeping oil flowing through the Strait of Hormuz so the United States and all of our allies can receive their energy needs. President Trump will not allow rogue Iranian terrorists to stop the freedom of navigation and the free flow of energy. Let me be clear. It is a good thing to wipe out terrorists who indiscriminately target civilians and attempt to hold the global economy hostage. And President Trump should be commended for doing so. As the president made unequivocally clear to the remaining elements of this terrorist regime in his statement yesterday, if they do anything to stop the flow of oil or goods within the Strait of Hormuz, they will be hit by the world's most powerful military 20 times harder than they have been hit thus far. Last night...
All right, moving on now, amid the concerns over the oil price hike and the blocking of the Strait of Hormuz, a big statement has been made by the White House saying that the spike in oil and the gas prices across the world, especially in US, is temporary. War will be lowering the price even further. Now, that's a big claim that has been made by the White House, saying that no major impact on the oil prices. But on the other hand, across the world, we are seeing that there is oil crisis because the Strait of Hormuz has been blocked. Only few ships have been able to cross that waterway in the last few days. And now a statement that is coming from the White House, they have insisted that the spike in the oil and the gas prices as a result of the US and Israel war on Iran is temporary and expected and will eventually result in the lower prices in the long term. Now, that's a statement and I quote it, once the national security objectives of Operation Epic Fury are fully achieved, Americans will see oil and gas prices drop rapidly, potentially even lower than they were prior to the start of the operation. That's a big statement that has come in from the White House. Iran has effectively stopped the tankers from using the Strait of Hormuz, through which 20% of the world oil passes through. But US, on the other hand, is saying that there's nothing to worry about. All this effect on the oil and the gas prices is temporary. On that, we go across to KP Fabian, former diplomat. Thank you so much for connecting with us. How do you look at the statement of the White House? They are saying that the spike in the oil and the gas prices, they are temporary. In fact, once the war is over, they will be lower than they were prior to the start of the Operation Epic Fury. But on the other hand, across the world, we are seeing that there is crisis as far as oil and gas are concerned.
Good morning. Thank you. The question is, what does the White House mean by the word, quote, temporary, unquote? Is it for 1 day? Is it for 10 days? Let's go to the crux of the problem. The Secretary of War, United States, boasted that they have carried out 5,000 strikes. Well, correct, but strikes without any strategy, with goalposts changing about what the United States wants. And the final point, all this has been carried out without the advice of the professional foreign service in the United States. I do not know about the Pentagon, but I have good reason to believe that the professional American foreign service has been sidelined. So if Trump wants to go ahead, well, nothing can stop him except rising oil prices. And it is my view that he's soon going to declare, quote, victory, unquote, and end it, certainly before he goes to China to meet with Xi Jinping.
All right, so when that happens is something that remains to be seen, but there is crisis as far as oil is concerned. India has also been affected by that as well. Thanks so much, KP Fabian, for connecting with us and giving your perspective on this. On the other hand, let's tell you about what Iran has been saying. Iran's foreign minister has ruled out the future negotiation with the United States, saying that the talks with the US is no longer on their agenda. In fact, escalating its stance, IRGC has said that Iran will decide when the war ends, not the US and Iran. And in fact, Iran is ready for the months of war. So that's a big statement that is coming from Iran. And amid the uncertainties, it is the rest of the world that is now paying the price. The Strait of Hormuz, as we've been telling you, carries nearly 20% of the global oil. That is currently choked. 157 vessels remain stranded there, and barely 45 ships have transited since the war has started 12 days back. Oil prices are violently increasing across the world, from $73 on Feb 28th. They have shot up to $120 on March 9th, and they are now sliding down to around $90 per barrel. And the reason behind this, the top energy facilities have been targeted, not just in Iran, but also across the Gulf in the last few days. And let's tell you about what has been hit so far. Let's tell you about Saudi Arabia, in which this particular refinery, Ras Tanura, has been hit in the last few days. That was on March 2nd. So that refinery has been hit. In fact, we're learning, as far as all these Gulf countries are concerned, they are lowering down the production because the oil tankers are not able to pass through Strait of Hormuz, and they don't have enough capacity to store that oil as well. Let's tell you about Qatar, where Ras Laffan Industry City has also been targeted. That was on the first day of when the entire war started. Industrial City was also on the target, and all these targets were made by Iran. Then UAE, in which another oil terminal was hit on March 3rd. You can see here in the visuals smoke coming out of that particular refinery, and that tanker of the core coast that was also attacked as far as UAE concerned. Let's tell you about Oman, where fuel tankers at the port of Salalah and Duqm were also targeted, and this happened on March 3rd as well. In the last 12 days, in fact, several oil refineries have been attacked by Iran. In fact, in Iran as well, several depots were also hit. In Bahrain, just in a few days back, Bapco oil refinery was hit, and that was a major incident that has been captured on camera. In Iran, in the last few days, several depots have been targeted. Several refineries were set on fire. In fact, there was one visual that was quite concerning coming in from Iran, where Saharan oil depot was also hit as well. Israel Haifa refinery was hit in the last few days, and that is why we are seeing the increase in the oil prices as well. Strait of Hormuz has also been affected as well. On that, we have another breaking